Hey, today I thought I would start the Musou week of the Fundraiser. At the moment, I'm still waiting to hear back from KTA if they're going to give me a code for the PC version of Dynasty Warriors 9. Basically, right now, what's going to happen is I'm prioritizing the Switch because I'm not going to have another opportunity to get it anytime soon. I have a bunch of other stuff to pay for. I'm probably going to Calathon next month, and then I'm going to Phantom in May, like I normally do. If you've been subscribed to me for a couple years now, you know that I go up there every May. It's always every Memorial Day weekend. So that's why I'm doing this fundraiser now. Like I said, it's not like there's an urgent need for it at the moment. It's just at this time, it's like the easiest and most feasible time for me to get this funded. So if I don't get the key from KTA, I'm probably not going to be able to get the game. I might have to borrow some money from some friends or something. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind. I'll be able to pay them back in a few weeks, but I'm just asking you guys to keep your expectations in check. The game's like 60 bucks. No one's really selling it for cheaper that I've been able to find. I don't know if the keys are locked. I don't know if I'll be able to get it from another site. So for now, I'm just going to do some DWA gameplay. Now, this is a heavily modified save file. I'm sure you know I played this game mostly on the PS3, and I actually did have a pretty good legit save for this, but I lost it when my hard drive crapped out quite a while ago. So I ended up using a save editor, and I made a bunch of bootleg weapons here. So I'm going to attempt to go through this on Chaos. This PC port is a mess. It's got a bunch of problems and stuff, so we'll see what happens. It's definitely loading a lot faster now that my computer's way better than when I first started playing this. So I'm not going to fight every officer, it just takes too long.
You are foolish for charging ahead like this. If you were under my command, I would have you executed. My fighting spirit burns brightly.
Got a bunch of memorial services in this video. There's a bunch of the officers are either using their unique weapon, which has been removed from Dynasty Warriors 9, or they're just straight up generics like Junyo here. He was added in Empires.
Proper strategy can overcome any obstacle. You are a fool to come out here alone. You shall fall prey to my attack. Your fighting spirit burns brightly. My spirit burns with passion.
Definitely is kind of on the fence as I am about Dynasty Warriors 9. I'm definitely looking forward to having universal defensive options. That's been the biggest problem with these games. It's a lot harder to play the slower characters or the power characters on this because they don't have access to defensive options.
Proper strategy can overcome any obstacle. My fighting spirit burns bright. I'm pulling back for now.
What's the matter? Are you lost? You poor little thing.
Also, this is a memorial service for all the original voice actors because they are using different ones for Dynasty Warriors 9. I'm not sure if it was because of like a voice actor strike or what, but they have like Dynasty Warriors 3 tier voice actors again. Not sure why.
Flames engulf you.
I know it's pretty common in weeb culture to just like instantly dismiss, you know, English voice acting, but I've always really liked the, you know, the English voice acting they've had for Musou games.
I shall retreat for now, but I will return.
And, you know, the modern ones. You know, even the Dynasty Warriors 3 ones have like they're an acquired taste. And they definitely added to the charm of that game, especially when I was a teenager when that game came out. I'm sure someone's gonna make a cringe compilation or something for the new one with the voice acting. And I hope it will open people's eyes and ask them to stop complaining about a lack of dub, because I know what's gonna happen now is people are going to complain about the voices and just put it back on Japanese. It's like, well, that's why they haven't been dubbing them. The games don't sell millions of copies. Like, something has to give at some point. I was surprised when they said they were going to dub it. They haven't dubbed like any Musou games, basically any of their titles at all, for a while. It's pretty much been subs only, and it's becoming more common.
I see you're getting a little carried away with yourself. I'll cool you. Better fall back before things get out of hand.
Also, it took me forever to get this working. I was going to do a bunch of memorial service videos for all the clone characters, but I couldn't even get my controller working. This port is like weird. It's like possessed or something. It just like just randomly stops working. There's lots of little random problems with it that they just never fixed.
Time is now. My spirit burns with passion. My spirit burns with passion.
Come out alone. This ought to be good.
So in terms of the rest of the Musou week, I'm going to be doing both of the Basara games I have easy access to, which is Sumeragi and Yukiden. I don't know if my HDMI splitter is working anymore, so I probably won't be playing Utage. I'll be doing probably Batride War, Genesis, and then Onichan Bara, and then we'll see how things go from there. I am pretty close to getting the Switch funded, so I don't know how much longer I'll have to do this for. Depends on how things go. See, like that, like sometimes you do a charge attack and the character just like teleports back. I don't know what causes that. I don't know if it's just I have too much agility on the weapon or what, but it's pretty annoying. What I really wanted to do with this game that I just never had the opportunity to was to try the mods from that Chinese forum where they like completely changed the movesets. I imagine most of it, from what I saw, what little I saw of the mods, most of them were like just Mugen tier stuff, like just making everyone like one-shot everything. But it looked like there were some pretty interesting ones that like would have spiced up a lot of the weaker movesets in this game. Obviously, with like 83 unique movesets in the game, not all of them are going to be winners. I think it would have been really cool to do like a bunch of runs on Guan Yu's Escape with the modded movesets, but I was never able to find anybody who could mirror those files.
You're not getting by here. Not unless you want to get flattened, that is. You think you can take me on alone? I like your spirit, even if it does get you killed.
I'm still convinced elephants are an endangered species right now because of this game. Like, they just constantly get in the way. Whenever you fight the non-muns there, like, it's not uncommon for the elephant to just completely block the camera. So there's some mods for Musou Stars that I'm going to check out. Apparently you can like jack up the attack speed. I think that might be fun. I thought that game was really lackluster, but might breathe some life into it. I'm glad these weapons survived the Clone Apocalypse. I think this is one of the better movesets that they added. All the DLC for this game was really good in terms of like the weapons and the movesets. I think that they did an amazing job.
Alone? You must not realize whom you are facing.
No, the fact that the season pass for 9 is only supposed to have like 3 or 4 weapons, I hope that means that they will be more unique.
I am not finished yet.
Proper strategy can overcome any
But basically, the unique NPCs are supposed to have like unique movesets. They're supposed to become playable and have like unique movesets.
May the flames engulf you.
Right, I don't remember if that was on hard or chaos. I tried out a couple other characters. I just decided to just go with him.
Overcome any obstacle.
I was gonna do a Zushu memorial service for this, but it turns out he basically just has like most of his moveset. It's anything that involves the the hook. Oh yeah, it was on chaos, but like anything that involves the hook on the hilt of his blade is not there. But he has like most of his other movesets, so I might do a couple other memorial services if people would be interested in that. There's obviously a pretty significant amount. A lot of the characters that I really liked are clones in Dynasty Warriors 9, which is a pretty big buzzkill for me. But I think that the combat actually looks pretty good. We haven't really seen too many people that are like actually proficient or competent play it yet. I think once Swillow gets his hands on it, and if I still get that key from KTA like they said, then you guys will definitely I'll do my best to show the combat at the best of my ability. Characters undisappointed or clones is Zhou-Tai. He's got his Dynasty Warrior 6 Constipated Grandpa moveset back again. Is really disappointing. What makes it make even less sense is that he still has some of his moves. Like I think he has his Musou 2, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I think that the whole thing about them saying that they wanted to remove the unrealistic movesets is not true. I think it's mostly just the workload was too high. I've talked about this too much. Sunsei, you know, obviously I really love Tonfa's in any game. I think was really excited when the Knights of Valor version of SSX had Tonfa. She definitely has one of the more fun movesets, so I'm disappointed he's a clone. Juran is a staff. He has a bow staff clone now, so I'm kind of interested to play as him. I'm curious to see how his moveset differs. Now, I think some of the clones are an improvement, like Lee Dion. His moveset is awful. I think it's one of the worst movesets in this game. I did quite a bit of maximization for this, but I didn't do the whole roster. I just did the characters that I like playing, because it's just too much of a daunting task to do 83 runs of Guan Yu's Escape. I think his moveset is terrible. Now that he's a clone, I think that it's probably going to be an improvement. Yue Jin, he's definitely one of my favorites of the new movesets, and I'm really disappointed that he's a clone. But then you look at the gameplay that they've released of him, and he basically has a lot of the same moves. He's just using the twin rods, which I don't understand personally. Who else here? Lu Linky, I really liked her moveset. She's a clone now, so that's kind of disappointing. She's a clone as well. I really liked her moveset. He's like a semi-clone from what I've seen. Flying swords were fun. He's been cloned as well. Zhao Yun's moveset looks like they added quite a bit of unique stuff from it. He kind of has like a patchwork moveset between like the new one and his, you know, the Dragon Spear moveset. So I'm interested to see what will happen with him. Now Jiang Wei, he's another one of my favorites of the new movesets, and I'm kind of ashamed, kind of bummed that he's a clone, but it seems like he's a half clone. I guess we'll find out when the game drops. What I do know is that Jers has a copy. He had got the partnership, and they gave him a copy, but they're putting an embargo on it until the 13th, so in the event that I do get a key, I'm not going to be able to say much of anything about it until the release date, but I'll do my best to play through it and then dump a bunch of content on you guys. Hopefully by the time that you guys watch this, I should have a good estimate or, you know, answer if I'm even going to be able to play the game at all. In the event that they are not going to give me a key, I'll probably just ask somebody for like 50 bucks or something so I can get it, because I know people are expecting me to get it. I am increasingly more interested in playing it now that the 4Gamer actually uploaded some high-level gameplay. Like, all we've had so far to go off of is just random people button mashing, which I'm sure you know with any stylish action game or Musou game, that's usually like the worst way to show it off. So, we'll see what happens. I know Squillo is going to get it in a couple days, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted. You should definitely be following him as well. Anyway, that's my little memorial service for Dynasty Warriors 8, all the cloned officers and stuff. And also kind of doubling as a fundraiser video for Musou Week. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Also, I'm really bummed she's a clone. She's one of my favorites of the new movesets as well. So she also has kind of a patchwork moveset where even though she has a different weapon, she is still using a lot of the same moves. So I think that she'll probably be decloned in the near future. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace.